Welcome today on the 20th of November in 2025. This is our second podcast today. I'd like to reintroduce my co-host today. Marcia, how are you doing this splendid day?
I'm still doing great. It's oh, wow, almost the end of the year. I can't believe it. This year's gone by so quickly. But I am happy to be here, happy to be live, ready to go.
Hey Liz, how are you hanging?
Oh, I'm doing okay, and I'm just starting to hear the raindrops, so it should get kind of interesting this evening.
Well, that's good. At least it's not helicopters going overhead, right?
Oh, I get that all the time anyway. Half the time they almost feel like they're landing on the roof.
Yeah, well, maybe they have a reason to, so I don't know.
Well, that's because you live next to an air base, but yeah, okay.
Well, true, yeah, that would cause little problems. But I would like to welcome our guest today, Erin. I'm going to say it right. I'm going to try. Erin McInnis. Yeah.
That's great, Michael. Excellent.
I'm trying. Now, Erin, I'm going to ask you a couple of questions to get us started. I'll probably steal one of somebody else's questions, but I don't care. When did you start in the vertical world? And how did you get started?
Well, I've been acting for the last 6 years. And I actually started because I have my son, when he was 3, he got an agent and he started to act in some TV and film and commercials. And I was, presented this world that I found so fascinating. And I've always been a little bit of an entertainer and dancer. And so I started taking acting classes and have been doing that weekly ever since. So it's been almost 6 years. And my son's done wonderfully, and he's having a great acting career. But I think about a year and a half ago was when I first got my introduction to verticals, and my agent asked me if I would audition for this role of this evil mother antagonist for a vertical, and she said, it's a vertical, and I said, oh yeah, and then I thought, I better ask what a vertical is in case it's porn.
Mhm.
I thought I actually don't know what a vertical is. So after I found that was clarified for me, I was excited, and I had my first experience on set, and I've never looked back since. It's just been such a wild ride and a ton of fun.
Yeah, no, this is a follow-up question. You kind of said something like they said vertical and you were trying to play dumb and and then you realized you better ask. What did your friends say that didn't know what a vertical was and you said you're doing a vertical? Did they give you a funny look?
Yes, very.
Uh-huh. And what did you say to tell them what a vertical was? Because you had just experienced it yourself.
Well, it was cleared up pretty quickly for me that instead of filming it horizontally, it's just simply filmed vertically. So it's that's basically the difference. It goes very quickly. It's fast paced, and it's very much like a soap opera.
Yeah.
Like I grew up watching with my mom. So
And what did you watch?
Young and the Restless,
Yay! Okay.
Days of Our Lives. Young and the Restless
Yeah.
was my favorite.
Mm-hmm.
You just can't, you miss a couple years and you're back, and you can
pick it up.
Right when you pick up, yep.
That is so true, except for what I understand the new one they've got out on CBS. That changes so fast. I have a friend watching it, and she says every day she says something new. And I said, really? So
they got to keep it interesting.
It's very fast paced. So I think it's for the TikTok generation. So
yeah, that makes sense.
So it does make sense. But what would you say is your? I think I read this, but I'm going to ask you anyway. What is your favorite type of character to play?
Oh, the evil antagonist.
That's
for
what I
sure.
thought. Mm-hmm.
I think I've done 12 or 13 of them now, and I think I've done one where I was the nice, loving mother. And that was pretty boring. It was nice to be.
It was boring for you.
It was pretty boring for me. Yeah.
Some action.
Yeah, and it's just, I can find a connection, and the heart of, no matter what the story is, of what the motivation is for
Mm-hmm.
my misguided character. But it's yeah, I don't know. I just find it easier to connect with that type of role, but also it's just so much more fun.
Do you get more leeway sometimes playing a character like that, and can you bring your own evilness to it, let's say?
Yes.
Yeah.
I sometimes I might picture an ex-friend of mine when I'm screaming and yelling at people, slapping across the face. It helps me get into character. But I have had, I think it was my first vertical I did, when I came running in and found out that this girl that was trying to trap my son was pregnant, and the director said, these are the lines, but like, what would you say? I'm like, what do you
Mm.
mean? Like my character? He's like, no, you. Like, what would you say? I was like, oh, watch out. You need to get rein me in for that. So yeah, it was
Interesting.
a lot of F bombs, and it was great.
You had a great time.
Yes.
Is there a favorite character you have played so far in verticals, or anything else you've done that stand out in your mind?
Well, I think I did a feature film. It's called Foreigner, and
Yes. Mhm.
it was an independent film, but it has had great reviews. It's a horror movie, directed by Ava Safai, and my character was kind of like the mother of, the movie Mean Girls,
Mm-hmm.
the Regina George character. I was that character's mother in this movie. So, just thought my daughter could do no wrong, and I was a little, again, misguided, a stuck-up country club, and yeah, I just have this great scene where I'm meeting her friend who's from Iran, and I'm extremely inappropriate and rude, and I don't know, I just had so much fun.
Well,
I don't know.
that's good. Liz, I'll head over to you, as I think you want to talk about Foreigner, don't you?
Well, yes, I had wanted to talk about foreign, but I wanted to go back one thing real quick. You had mentioned you got into acting of this because of your son, and I have seen some of the stuff your son has done as well, and he is phenomenal. He's got a great foot in the business. But you, as the mom, and now getting into this, what did you think, mom pride wise, seeing him in front of the camera doing this? What were your feelings going through this?
Oh, he just makes me so proud. From the first day he was on set, I think he was 3, and now he's 10. And just, I have to stop myself from trying to momager him and micromanage
Mm-hmm.
him, because the most amazing thing about children, especially really young children, is they don't have any, there's no fear, there's no uh like no nervousness, and he just goes out there and he's just himself, and he has a great memory for his lines, but more than that, he can just bring the heart of the character out. And I'm so envious sometimes. I asked him, I'm like, what's your secret? He's like, Mom. He's like, Mom, there's 2 things. Number 1, you have to be cute.
Oh,
And number 2, you have to be yourself. So
That's cute.
he's definitely
that
got
was
that
his
number one
advice.
down. He's
Yeah,
definitely cute. Yeah, are we going to see him in any verticals maybe coming up at some
he
point?
has been. Yes,
He
he
has
has been.
been.
He
Oh,
has
wow.
been. Yeah, he has. They'll often say, do you think you could bring your son? He was a bully in one. He comes with me sometimes and does, if they want him to, like, be background or something, if
Right.
I can bring him that day. But yeah, he hasn't had a major role yet, but it could happen for sure.
I
He
know there's a
enjoys
lot of
it.
yeah, I know there's a lot of young actors and actresses out there that are really getting their foothold in it. So it'd be really fun to see him progress on from doing like the commercials and things that I've seen him in to doing something more where he's got more of a lead type. So that'd
Yeah.
be kind of fun. You had mentioned Foreigner, and I had wanted to say congratulations to the Foreigner project in general, especially the director and writer, because you guys did get I think it was Canada's Guild Award, if I remember correctly. You got
Hmm.
nominated for that. So, and it
Yes.
came out in what, July of this year, correct?
Yes.
Um, and it's only been seen in Canada, to my understanding. When would it be like broadly shown?
Well, it was, so I think the first festival was the Montreal um,
Film Fest
Fear
or
Fest. Yes.
Fest? Yeah.
And then it went to London, England.
Oh, it did. Okay.
Yeah, and it had its premiere there, which I would have loved to go to be a part of, but just because I have my family, it wasn't possible this time. Plus, I knew it was coming to Vancouver. And then it was in Toronto at the film festival there, and then it came to VIFF, so that was pretty fun. But
Ah,
I'm not sure when it will be released. I know that she was talking about it being on a streaming platform. I'm just not sure exactly which one yet. I'm not sure if it's been announced.
I'm a huge horror fan, and I have checked into the premise, and this is really something I almost see a throwback to, like maybe the early '90s, kind of vibe,
Totally.
at least from what the premise was showing, and I can't wait to see it because it definitely sounds
Have you
really
not seen
cool.
it?
I haven't seen it
Oh,
yet.
I
No.
guess you can't. Oh, I just can't
Yeah.
wait for you to
Well,
see it.
I occasionally will be able to get certain clips or things depending on who was there, or some of my contacts that I have will send me certain things. This one I was not able to get a hold of.
I
So
can't wait for you to see it.
yeah,
It's
it'll be really fun.
Yes, so I kind of got to see some of it, and then I got to sit in the audience at VIFF and watch it and feel the audience's reactions. And because there's some really funny parts, absurdly funny, it's just, and people were laughing, and I was like, oh, they get it. It's just such a great feeling. And then, of course, there's the heartfelt part of the lead Rose, her character being a foreigner and
Right.
not fitting in at school and desperately wanting to be part of. And it's just like heart wrenching, gut wrenching. Like it's pretty impossible not to be crying for her and in the movie it was so amazing, it was so well done, and I know it's going to keep on having a fan base for sure.
Yeah, it sounds like it's going to take you on an emotional ride all the way across, everything between the horror, between the emotional, heart tugging, and different things. So I'm really anxious to get a chance to see it as soon as it comes out.
And
But one,
creepy, super creepy.
oh, I know. And that's what I love. The creepier, the better. Um, but one thing I also noticed is you are a yoga instructor as well as, of course, doing yoga. But based on that, and I've looked at some of the moves and things that you've done. Did you have a start when you were a child in gymnastics at all? Because some of those movements are gymnastic moves. Those are not just strictly yoga moves.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, I've been a ballet dancer, a gymnast, since I was really little, and then gymnastics led into when I started yoga. It definitely made me very fond of going to classes, and I kind of stopped dancing just because I was so busy.
Hmm.
But I've recently started up again just because it's such a passion of mine, taking classes. But I think that my number one passion right now is definitely acting. Um, it's like I eat, sleep, dream, think of it 24/7. So there's not a lot of room for other things, but I love yoga, and I've been teaching it for 22 years now. And I just came back from a 5-day yoga retreat that I created and hosted for 30 people on Salt Spring Island.
I
That's
saw that.
in the
Yeah.
Gulf Islands. Yeah, and it was such a wonderful, um it just like it really just filled me up and uh and made me just be so grateful that I have these tools that I can share with others, because people really, you need that sometimes just to check out, drop back into what really matters most, and
Yeah.
just
With
finding a new home in your body.
with everything that's going on in the world today, I think to be centered within oneself, I think is the first foundation that you need to do with anything. And then that way you can handle other things that come through with life. And yoga, I think, is one of the main foundations that you can do that with. It really centers you. Are you planning on doing any more of these, types of retreats in the
Oh,
future?
yes.
Oh, goody.
Yes, again, probably back to Salt Spring next year. I have it booked for September 17th to 21st at Stoll Lake Farm on Salt Spring Island. And then I'm also planning a destination one. I really want to go to bring a group to Tulum and host a
That
retreat there. Like, I'll
that would
make
be
it a,
so fun.
yeah,
Yeah.
vacation, yoga.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So, so with the yoga and all, I noticed that you did some pole work, and it drives me crazy when people say, "Oh, pole dancing is nothing," and they always associate it with, I'm sorry to say, you know, the strip bars or things. That is not necessarily what pole dancing is. It is a wonderful way to build your body and to build strength, and just watching you do those beautiful fluid movements was really kind of inspiring to see
Oh,
and
thank
to go on
you.
with that. And I hope that you would share more of that in the future going forward with different things.
Yes, I
It would
will
be,
for sure.
it would be
That's
really cool to see.
that's the same thing. I think 5 years ago or 4 years ago, a friend of mine was going, and she's like, you should come and try. It's going to be fun. And I kind of thought, it would be easy, kind of, I thought. Oh man, it's the hardest thing I've ever done, for sure. It's physically, it just feels like something that I should be able to do, and it's impossible. So it was a very humbling experience taking those classes, but it's like that. It just delights my spirit to conquer a move and to be upside down and build that strength. It's hard. It's very, very challenging.
Oh,
And
I
to make it
bet.
look effortless,
Yeah.
that's not easy.
Yeah. I'm going to toss it to Miss Marcia because I know she's dying to ask you all sorts of questions.
No, thank you. Well, I was thinking when you were talking about and yoga and how you've been an instructor for so long, and you do have young children too. Well, how do they feel about your yoga? Have you instructed them in the ways of the peacefulness of yoga?
Oh yeah. Well, I have two boys, so they're pretty wild. I don't
Yeah,
know about
thinking
peace,
about that.
but they do. They love. I know they're proud of me. They talk about it sometimes, but they love. It's so easy for children to just get into a pose and bend their bodies into little pretzel shapes. It's just not like that for adults usually. So they do love. They like the trickier arm balance moves and fun back bends and stuff like that. But I have taught classes to kids before. It takes a lot of patience. It's a little different. You can't, I start going through my routine and I can tell they're bored. So I have to like put a little, fun, exciting postures in there so that they're not, keep their attention.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, and to go back to your son for a second, I watch Black Mirror anyway, and I and I watched his
Hmm.
episode several times, and then when I saw that he was in it, I thought, oh wow, that's really cool. So Black Mirror is such an adult series. So what is the challenge of a mom or a parent when a child is in a more serious entire piece? Does he ask you questions about the whole pieces he's in, or does he zoom in on his character and sort of leave it at that?
Yeah, he doesn't ask, and he's very just my younger son, because both my boys are actors, but my
Hmm.
younger son, he's very in the moment, and he went and he got his own trailer that day, and
Ooh.
you know, he got to meet Rashida Jones, and they got into the scene. And I think he had, you know, he didn't have a big role, but he did his line a few times, and then the director said, "Now, how about you just do it any way you want?" And that's when he did the yawn,
Yes.
and then that's what they used. So he was so proud of that.
Wow.
But he's never watched the show, and he doesn't ask any
Mhm,
questions at all.
mhm.
But my
And
older son
mhm,
has done some things, and they're very dark
yeah.
and very uh like, I sometimes question maybe it's too much.
Mhm,
Um but you know, just having conversations about what, you know, he was in a true story, like a lifetime true story
mhm,
that was pretty dark. So I had to talk to him about that, and I even kind of thought maybe this is too much for him, but it's like on set, it's just such a different
mhm,
energy of like
mhm,
when kids get together, they're just being kids, and they can easily come in and out of it. But I do sometimes worry. I'm like, this might be a little too mature.
mhm, mhm. And when you get a role, what is or a script, what is your first approach to? What is the first thing you do when you get a script?
Well, okay, so the first thing I do is I read it for sure and just figure out,
Read
you
the
know,
whole script.
ABC,
Okay.
where we are, what's happening, and then I guess I try to figure out what's my character's motivation, what is driving me to in this in the whole script, but also in each particular scene, and what is it that I want, and how am I going to get it, and the tactics I'm using to get it. And then I try to feel like a sense of uh like humanity in that, of where my character's coming from. Maybe if there isn't a backstory, I would try to kind of create one as to why she is this way, because in verticals, I mean, I I've played some pretty nasty characters, and sometimes it's hard sometimes it's hard to find what my motivation is, so I just try to make it up, because I think otherwise, why would I be saying these things? It's so horrible.
Well, I know our time is getting short, but I wanted to thank you for putting yourself into those roles, because it makes it even more fun to watch. Because if you're invested in it, then I get invested in it, and I have more fun as traveling along with you. So,
Oh, I'm so glad. Well, and there's one that I'm dying to see that come out, and the name that they were using was Undress a Billionaire.
oh,
And it was my most fun one that I've done so far. So I keep waiting to see when they're going to put it out, because
mhm.
it was so fun. It was a good one. So we'll have to see.
There is one coming up. I don't know how much you can talk about it, but Tripping Through the Holidays is coming up. So when will we be
Yeah.
able to see that, do you think?
I think that will be, I was told 2026
Oh,
sometime. But yeah, that's a short film, and it was pretty. I love my character, Edna.
mhm.
Edna was originally 80,
Oh, wow.
and so
You're not 80, so.
well, I know. And so when I auditioned for it, they said, "Oh, how do you relate to the character?" I said, "Well, I mean, I don't feel like I'm 80, but I can feel like, you know, I'm the older mother who's inappropriate and possibly has a drinking problem, and
Mm-hmm.
I can relate to like some of her ways, promiscuous, but she's fun, right? She's in the holidays, and
Mm-hmm.
she's the life of the party. So that was, yeah, that was written by some students at the Vancouver Film School, and it's a pretty fun script.
Okay, well, we'll look forward to that. So
Yeah.
thank you for being with us, and it's been fun. So, Michael?
Yeah, Liz, did you have any closing things? We got
Um,
1 or 2 minutes, so
just wanted to say thank you so much for taking your time to come on with you, and congratulations on your 5 year sobriety. I saw that.
Oh,
Good for
thank
you.
you, Liz.
Congratulations. It's a
Thank you
hard
very much.
it's a hard road to do, and just keep doing it every day, one day at a time.
Best thing I ever did.
Yep.
well, that's
So
good. Well, Erin, thank you so much. I know you have to get going to pick people
Mm-hmm.
up, but thank you so much for being with us, and I hope you can come and visit us again.
Yeah.
Maybe when some of those other ones come out, your favorite comes out, and you can talk.
Yes. I would love that, Michael. It was a
and
pleasure.
maybe if you could invite some of the other cast members to come on with you, that might be fun.
Yes.
I would love that.
Yeah.
Yes.
So we would like to do it. So
my partner in crime.
Yes.
She would be great. She would love that, I'm sure.
Well, that is good. But I do want to get off so we can let you get off to run around and do what you need to do. But thank you for coming. And everyone, thank you for coming. Thank you for coming after we've gone off air, and you come after we're and you watch it not live, but try to catch us live, and you can ask the guests some questions. So everyone, take care, and we'll see you again. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.